If you've ever sent crypto to a wrong address, you know that awful sinking feeling. But what if I told you that there is a whole category of scams that make you do exactly that without even realizing it? So hi everyone and welcome back to the Remedy channel. And today we are diving into a sneaky and growing threat in the crypto space. And that's address poisoning attacks. If you are into crypto, this is a must-know to be aware of. So what is address poisoning? Blockchain is powerful because of its openness. Anyone can send anything to anyone, anytime, and everyone can watch this. But this openness is also a double-edged sword because that's what makes address poisoning possible. So in an address poisoning attack, scammers send a tiny transaction to your wallet using addresses that look similar to addresses that you are typically interacting with. Most of the time, those addresses begin and end like the addresses you're usually interacting with. So from the first sight, you would not differentiate them. So as they send a small amount to your wallet, they appear in your transaction history. And later on, where you're in a rush, you're not double checking this address and sending your funds directly to their pockets. As simple as that. And as we remember, on-chain transactions are irreversible and once it's gone, it's gone. So why is this simple scam working so well? First, human error. We rely on transaction history and autofill way too often. Second, the transactions look totally legitimate. No malware, no fake websites, no sketchy links, just regular blockchain activity. And third, it's cheap for scammers. They send dust level tokens and just wait for someone to make the mistake. So it's high reward and low effort for the scammers. So let's go one level deeper, how the attack works step by step. First step, target identified. Attacker spots a high value wallet. Second step is copycat address. They generate addresses that look almost like the ones that you're usually interacting with. It's important that the first and the last part of the generated address looks similar to the original address because when the interface shortens the address, it usually cuts from the middle, showing the first and the last part. Next step, dust transactions. They send tiny amounts to the victim, embedding their address to your transaction history. And finally, user mistake. The user sees the similar address, assumes it's their intended one, and sends the funds. And when it's gone, game over. Say goodbye to your funds. The most tricky part is the entire thing happens without you even clicking on a shady link. A little bit of advanced version of this scam is with event spoofing. Let me explain. Attackers create fake transaction events that look like token transfers. These events make it seem like you have interacted with them before, even when you haven't. They name their contracts look like famous tokens. So when you open your wallet, see a familiar address linked to a fake transaction from your side, it's making it even harder to spot. I know you're thinking that you would never fall into this because it's like too simple, but hear me out, a real world case. On May 3rd, 2024, a crypto whale lost over 68 million in WBTC through one of these address poisoning attacks. Here's what happened. So the scammer noticed a big transaction. They generated fake address that looked like the original one. They used spoofing to add additional credibility. They sent a small dust transaction to get into the whale's transaction history. Finally, the victim accidentally sent millions to the attacker, and the attacker won. Fortunately, those funds were recovered, but that's rare. So don't count on that. So how to protect yourself? First of all, always double check addresses. Don't rely on autofills and copy pastes. Label trusted addresses. Most wallets lets you do that. Use it. Avoid sending large amounts in one go. Always do a small test transaction first. And of course, watch for random tiny transactions as they can be dust from an attacker. If your wallet allows it, set up whitelists for addresses you trust. Also, some platforms can help too, as many wallets and explorers highlight suspicious activities and even hide dust from default use. Crypto gives us freedom, but it also means we're responsible for our own security. Attacks like address poisoning are clever, silent, and very effective. The best defense: stay informed, stay skeptical, and never rush when handling your funds. So thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful. If so, please like this video and write in the comments what's the next attack you would want to explore. If you're into Web3 security or you just want to know how to stay safe in this space, I would really recommend you to join our Remedy Discord server as we discuss and learn together. So find the link below and subscribe to the Remedy channel. See you next time. Subscribe!